I can't believe it took me this long. I've been gone for, I think, like 6 or 7 months. But not all is lost. I have been on Facebook Live. Unfortunately, you haven't been able to see me there unless you were a friend or a friend of my friend. But during the quarantine, I cooked 3 days a week, live on Facebook, raw and unedited, right from my phone, with Samantha or Tony, my kids, taping me, taking interaction from the crowd. But I said, I gotta get back to the roots. I gotta get back to how it started, which is the reason why I'm back here right now on YouTube. And I can't believe that once I left, and I've been gone for 6 or 7 months, somehow I have 100 additional subscribers. I haven't put out a single piece of content, and somehow my homemade meatball video is now eclipsed 30,000 views, which does not sound like a lot, and people are probably laughing at that. But for me, in the suburbs of Gilbert, with no one else around me, that sounds like a lot. So I wanted to come back to Facebook, see, there I go. I was on Facebook. I'm now on YouTube again. I wanted to come back to YouTube again. But we're also kicking it up a notch. I love my family. I love my daughter. She did a great job filming. My son did a great job filming. But it turns out I have a neighbor that's a little bit into film, and he took about 3 minutes of one of my videos the other night off of YouTube and cut it up, and I never laughed more in 3 minutes, I think ever, and I'm not that funny. So I know it was very good. So we're back at YouTube. That was the longest intro that I've ever did. Today, we're gonna do some real simple things that you can execute. And when I say you can execute them, you just have to prepare a little bit, but the execution is very simple. I'm gonna walk you through the preparation, then I'm gonna walk you through the execution. First, we're gonna call it a creamy caper chicken. It's gonna be just we're not gonna kill it in a pan, so we're gonna saute a chicken breast. We're gonna get it nice and happy in some butter and some garlic. We're gonna get it going, then we're gonna make a little creamy sauce. Then we're gonna dump that chicken and that sauce over some pasta. And then we're gonna do a real fresh beet salad with cheese and walnuts. And I'm gonna teach you how to make a red wine vinaigrette that's gonna knock your socks off. You'll never buy salad dressing again. So let's get this thing started. Let's get the chicken on and let's go. Welcome to the family table. Okay, so real simple on this chicken. A little bit of olive oil. We just put a little bit on top as the binder. Okay, rub it in. Make sure you got some good gloves on. By the way, these gloves have gone up in price like 50% because I think the whole world is being bought out of gloves. Let's see this seasoning. Kinder seasoning, master salt, garlic, sea salt, and butter. You get this at Costco. I've only had it one other time, but it was pretty good. I kind of liked it for just a really mellow flavor. My wife, my kids. This is dinner, by the way. Like, you know, we're not faking it. Oh, this is only for YouTube. We're eating after we're done here. My wife and my daughter, they don't like anything too spicy. So we just use something nice and mild, but that has a good flavor. Turn it over. Make sure you discard this whole pan when you're done doing this. I've seen people put other stuff on it afterwards. You don't want to do that. So it's just a nice light dusting on the chicken. If you want to give it a little pat, a little tap-taparoo, you can give it a little tap if you want. Okay, now, same olive oil, good quality olive oil, extra virgin, organic is what we use here. This pan, Tan, if you want to show them, that's like just lower than medium, okay? So I'm gonna even go a little bit lower than that if it gets real fired up and it starts everywhere. I don't want it to do that. I want it to just calmly cook the chicken. Okay, that's actually too much sizzle. I don't want that much sizzle, actually. Actually, no, now that I hear it. So we're listening for that symphony. It's the does it come screaming at you and oil flies everywhere and you go, this is why I hate cooking. If that's it, turn it off. Take it off the heat and start over. And that's okay. We mess it up all the time. All right, so we're just gonna try to nest these in here. Be careful. I'm a trained professional. Be careful. I'm gonna move this guy around a little bit. Okay, so let's just let these guys do their thing for just a few minutes. All right, while these guys are doing their thing, let's reposition and make this salad dressing. So, homemade vinaigrette. Don't buy the vinaigrette. You go down the aisle at Fry's, it's not cold. How is it not cold? it's got 1,000,000 preservatives in it. So when you buy your vinaigrette, you're buying something with 1,000,000 preservatives in it. This is one of my favorite chefs, Jacques Pepin. This is his recipe for vinaigrette. Very, very simple. Watch this. 1 cup of that real good olive oil. And I spilled a little bit, and that's how we live. That's why we have a rag. And I did spill it, didn't I? Let's call it a little bit less than 1 cup. All right, a little bit less than 1 cup. 2 tablespoons. I use horseradish mustard because I like it a little spicy. But if you see Jacques' recipe, he's going to use Dijon mustard. I use that too. I like that too. That was 2 teaspoons of garlic. This is going to be a 1/4 cup of red wine vinegar. And a 1/4 cup of red wine vinegar. Why am I pouring it in this jar, you might be asking yourself, Tanner? Are you asking yourself that?
No.
Okay. I'm pouring it in this jar because you got to have something real solid that you can shake this up with, because that oil will emulsify when you put it in the fridge overnight. So you want to have something that has a good constitution to it in terms of a vessel for this, so that you can shake it up every time you use it. And that's all you have to do. Every time you use it, shake it up. And this will hold at least for a week in your refrigerator. So that's just a little cracked salt and a little cracked pepper. Let me dry my hands to make sure we don't have flying glass everywhere. Hear that chicken sizzling in the background. I think we're good to go to turn it as soon as we're done here. All right, so that's what it looks like. It actually looks kind of cool. Almost looks like a science experiment. All right, so now take this, shake it up. Look at that, beautiful. We call that a red wine vinaigrette, a mustard vinaigrette. Very, very clean, very, very fresh. Oh, nothing fake, nothing artificial, everything good for you. And that's a good mustard that I put in there too. Don't buy the cheap stuff. Put the good stuff in there. Okay, mixed greens. Use whatever greens you want. Roasted beets. Here's the special tip. You look at those beets in the store, and it's like, oh God, that's got like roots all over it, it's dirty and it's disgusting and it's got stuff. Don't buy it. If you have a Costco membership, they sell this in the cold aisle, by like where they sell the roasted pork carnitas and the tamales and all that stuff. They have this already roasted, already cleaned, already done. I did nothing to these other than take them out of the package and cut them in their cubes. They're absolutely delicious. This is a salad for 1. I cut enough to put it in 2 because I wasn't sure which one of my family would want to eat it. Yeah. But I'm going to just put about half of this in here. Okay, so that's about half of those beets. Again, walnuts. This is enough for 2. It's about a half a cup. I'm going to go in with about a half of those walnuts. And then this cheese. Okay, let's talk about the cheese for a second. This cheese, you could do like a queso fresco. You could do a goat cheese. You could do a brie, something soft. You want this to be kind of soft. You want it to fall apart. Okay? This is more like a queso fresco. It's more like a Mexican style cheese. But something soft, something that's easy to eat. Okay? So let's go here with about half of that cheese. And by the way, this makes like a little snack later on tonight right here. You just want to do this guy and kind of toss that up. I'll just eat that as a snack later on tonight when I'm hungry. Okay, now in with that fresh dressing. Now, I like to dress it like some people like it super crispy, super crunchy. I like to let it marinate a little bit on my food. So I'm actually gonna shake this one more time, and then I'm gonna dress it right now. Hey. That was about 5 highs, and then you get here. You like a lot of dressing? Do you like a little dressing? It's all up to you. So that's good enough for me. Now, what I'm gonna do real quick, and that's gonna give us the reason to go back over, is just give it a nice little toss here. A lot of people will put the cheese and the cranberries. It's not a cranberry, it's a beet, but it looks like a cranberry. They'll put the beet in there on top because they kind of fall to the bottom because they're heavy. I did wash my hands before I had my gloves on, and I'm the only one eating the salad, so there it is. But let this just marinate now, and we're good. The salad's done, all right? Let me come wash my hands real quick, and we can do a little smooth interlude, because Man, we all wash our hands a lot nowadays. I wash mine probably 10 or 15 times a day. And then it just makes me realize how disgusting I was before. How come I didn't wash my hands before? That's a personal problem. Remember I said, don't use this again. Get it out of here. All right, this is looking good already. People are texting me, they want to know what's up. I'm cooking, that's what's up. All right, let's see, this is gonna look beautiful, so I hope that you're really ready for it. Yes, it is beautiful. And yes, it does look beautiful. At least in my estimation. Nice. Okay, so here's a little audible. You ready for the audible? Let's do an audible. Look at around this pan, how it's starting to dry up a little bit. I lost all my olive oil. All my olive oil is either cooked into there or it's cooked to the bottom of my cast iron. So let's do a little something. We're gonna make a sauce in there afterwards anyways. So let's just do a little something here. Let's do a little garlic, and we could just kind of knock a few little pieces in there. I'm talking about just like a teaspoon, something like that. Okay, now let's do a little bit of butter. We're gonna put butter in the sauce anyways. Why not add it now? Okay, get a little butter. We'll go 1 pat there, 1 pat there. Just kind of move it around. Now take that chicken and just move it around. Let that garlic get happy in there with the butter. You got that good seasoning on there too. This chicken smells fantastic. You smell that? It smells good, doesn't it? Okay, so let's keep this cooking. All right, so now, this is gonna have to cook for, let's call it 3 to 4 more minutes. We'll come right back. We'll show you taking them out, building the cream sauce, and serving this bad boy up. All right, so I took the chicken out, beautiful, nice and brown, oozing juices everywhere. And all I did was I put a little chicken stock in here to just deglaze the pan. We're gonna go in with these capers and more garlic. You can never have enough garlic. We're not gonna put all, well, maybe all of it, but close to all of it. All right, so let's just make this happy for a little bit. And this is quick now. Once you get it in here, this is quick. You gotta pay attention, don't walk away. You get a text message, don't answer it. Someone's knocking at your door, let them leave the package out front. Your daughter is late for cheerleading, that's okay. You can get her there on time, skip a light, whatever you gotta do. All right, here we go. So just a little deglaze of the pan. Everything's in there getting happy. Let's just go. This is heavy whipped cream, 1/2 cup. 1/2 cup. It looks like Jackson Pollock art. Now just stir this up. Now, are you a thin sauce guy? A thick sauce woman? A medium sauce? What are you? You gotta decide what you are with this dish. Because if I just keep letting this going, it's gonna start thickening up and thickening up and thickening up, okay? Right now, I like where it's at. Why do I like where it's at? Because I'm gonna go here. This pasta in. So this is just cavatappi pasta, 1 pound. It's flying out of there. It's like a shrimp or something trying to get away. We're gonna eat that one. No, it's got a little flavor on it from my stove. All right. So I got that pasta in there. I'm just gonna roll this pasta around in here. That cavatappi's got that little swirl to it. It's gonna soak up this sauce. And it smells and it looks delicious. Now, I don't want it to all dry up. Why? Because I want to spoon some on top of this chicken when I serve it.
Okay, here we go. That looks great.
Okay. Now, you always got to taste it. Let's see. Let's get in here. Got to get a little caper, a little sauce. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's so good. All right, shut that off. Don't let it go too much. Now, here's what we do. Let's go here. Some pasta. We want to stay on one side of the plate because I'm gonna do the salad right on the plate with it. If you're a little retentive about how you eat, do this separately. Okay, so there's the pasta. Now, let's go in with our best looking chicken right there. All right, now let's come back. I left some pasta in here because I gotta feed the family, but we'll just get some of the sauce to come down. Come down, little saucy. Here you go. Everything's gonna be fine. There we go. Capers, sauce. Oh my God, it smells delicious. Everyone loves parm. And just get a nice little scoop of this right off to the side. It's just shiny, little glisten. Let's get a couple of them, make sure we get some of them walnuts in there. some of that cheese in there. I made a lot of salad. That's more than what I'm just gonna eat, I guess. All right, there it is. Creamy caper chicken pasta with a mustard, vinaigrette, spring salad, roasted beets, crumbled cheese, walnuts. It's all over the place. Let's give it a try. All right, I'm gonna go here to this chicken and just give this nice piece. Perfect. Oh my God, is that good? That is a winner creamy caper chicken dinner. Let's try this salad. Beautiful. Dressing's light, not overpowering. Very good. We're back. The YouTube channel is back. We're back in the kitchen. We're back doing it. Creamy caper chicken pasta with a beautiful fresh salad. Put a comment down below what you want me to make. What's the thing that you always wished that you would have made, that your grandma made, that your mom made? What's the one thing, what's that one thing that you saw in the restaurant, you go, I don't know what that is, but I've always wanted to try it. That's what this is, the family table. When we're around the family table together, we can cook anything. We could be anything that we want. Drop a comment down there below. Subscribe to the channel. I promise you more to come. The end.